Good morning, YouTube. It's Shayla and Nick this morning with making lemonade from lemons. And today he's going to be helping me tie up tomatoes again because we still have some that are just kind of falling around. So he's going to help me do that, and he's going to help me harvest some things. And he expressed to me yesterday that he thought that my videos weren't as good because he's not in them as much. So because of that, I decided that we would do more with him today. So, I'm going to actually ask him some questions while he's tying up tomato plants.
Tell me a trivia?
No, not trivia. Okay. So, Nick, what is your favorite thing about the garden?
Well, one, I like the tomatoes. They're actually really good. It's gotta be like one of my favorite parts about it.
Is growing tomatoes.
Yes.
Fresh tomatoes are great. Here, look.
So much better than store bought.
Okay, wait. I'll show you one that needs to be tied up.
Okay.
Okay? All right. The branch. This branch needs to be tied up to this. Okay. All right, go ahead.
And probably another thing would be being able to come back out and actually do something outside. So it gets me active.
Get you active outside.
Yeah.
So at this point in the game, and you helped me do a lot of planting the plants into the grow bags and moving the grow bags out here. So what did you think of the process of gardening?
Harder than it looked, to be honest. I saw the YouTube videos about some of these people who already have the bags set up. So like Kai Cam or something. Or get some refuge. And it's actually, to me, first experiencing it.
It's your first time experiencing it, is that what you're saying?
A whole lot tougher just getting it prepared.
It's a lot more involved than you thought it would be, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more work.
A lot more work to...
I just thought you'd be dumping dirt in the bag and just be sitting up.
Okay. Well, we talked about your favorite thing about the garden. What is your least favorite thing about the garden?
You had to get up at 30.
So having to get up early to go outside because otherwise it'll be too hot to do it later.
Summer weather.
That's definitely a teenage response right there. Okay.
I don't know much else. Like everything else, just having to get up super early.
Okay. Cool. So, what do you think do you think that it's easy to grow, or do you think it's hard to grow?
It can be easy, but you could also run into a few bumps here and there. We haven't really run into any kind of big bumps, so I don't really know if we'll ever come across them.
The other one over there too needs.
But right now it's pretty easy. Come outside. You come check on the plants. You do every morning, and it just makes that a habit. What you're trying to do, or what you have done. But I think it was the hardest part was getting all these plants in a bag. Because before we had this all set up nice and neat, we had it just scattered everywhere. And me and my brother Evan had to move it so I can mow the lawn multiple times.
Right. So instead of it being on the fabric, we had to move it off. The landscaping fabric we put down so that we didn't have to move them each time that he had to mow. So, because he and my youngest were the ones that would be moving them. So, what about the process of growing from seeds? What did you think about that?
It's easier. You don't have to spend much more money on seedlings as you could just do it just with seeds, because as you guys can see, just doing it with seeds it takes a longer, like about a couple, maybe months or two longer, but not much of a difference.
Saves a lot of money though that way, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Because you spend less on seeds than you would if you would be buying plant starts.
Most of these tomato plants were from the In My Gardener channel for 50 cents. And we have about, like...
Well, I don't know about 50 cents. They were actually $1 at the time.
Okay, well, they were $1, so that was about...
That one needs to be tied up more.
We have, like... we have, like...
Hey, talk this way because they can't hear you otherwise.
Mom, how many types of tomatoes do we have?
We have... Well, we have Boxcar Willie, we have Rutgers, we've got Roma, we have San Marzanos, we have Better Boy, which is the F1 hybrid. We have the Brad's Atomic Grape, we have Black Cherry tomatoes, we have the Chadwick Cherry tomatoes, we have Apalka, we have Amish Paste, so that's 10 different types.
So it's about that was about $10 on tomatoes.
Well, we bought some of the seeds from Baker Creek and they're more expensive, but I think well worth it because I didn't use all the seeds and I can use them next year. And
yeah. As with seedlings, it would be like how much we spent on seeds, but a few more bucks, but then we would have to buy them for next year.
Right.
So we would be spending about over the limit of how much money we're spending for guys.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, not that one.
Not this one?
That one right there.
Oh.
Yeah. That one. Yeah, it was leaning over. I know. That's how badly it needed to be tied up.
Couldn't see it. It's leaning over. Blended in with the green.
So what do you think about growing herbs?
Oh, I love it. Having that stuff on in our pork or potatoes or something, it tastes so good. Now I've always had store-bought herbs, like the oregano,
right,
or thyme or something. But growing it yourself, it's so much better.
The fresh herbs are better, yeah.
Yeah. It's like actually biting into a fresh tomato when it's first ripe and getting to taste all of it, all of the good flavors.
Yeah, it's definitely different than the store-bought.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
What
are you the most excited to try that you have not tried? He has to think on that one.
Tomato paste.
Okay, so the paste tomatoes?
Like the Romas and the Polkas.
Yes, because we've never grown paste tomatoes before. We've only really ever grown Better Boys at my dad's because I've never grown them here. I've never grown tomatoes on my own, so I agree. I'm really excited to try the Apolkas. Those are the ones that I'm really excited to try because I've heard great things about them. The plants have beautiful foliage and they just look so lush and green, and I've heard that the tomatoes get really, really big and everything, so I'm looking forward to trying those. And I'll show you guys something real quick. Our tomatillos. The husks are starting to pop on a few of them.
Yeah.
So the tomatillos, it won't be long until they're ready, because once they pop open like that and they start to ripen, they'll actually fall when they're ready, but it won't be long. They're almost ready.
Yeah, I think another thing would be the tomatillos because of the salsa that we make. And that's
the
super
pico?
good. Yeah, the pico de gallo.
Yeah, pico is one of my boys and my husband is one of their favorite things to eat. So we're also gonna try, if we get enough of the tomatillas, we're also gonna try to do salsa verde.
What's
that? It's tomatillo based salsa instead of.
Oh, okay.
Now you can do it with tomatoes, but it's better with tomatillos. So. And how much work do you think it is?
Like I said, this was about right here from just starting from seeds and bags and everything, and actually working up to getting like squash and everything. Because before, Mama only bought like the basics on seeds, like just the tomatoes, potatoes, and there was like lettuce and stuff, and that was pretty much it. And then she started getting like banana peppers, or the zinnias, or squash, cucumbers, like, and all that. Once you got it all nice or sorted out.
This branch.
You got it all sorted out, and you got what you need, and there's pretty much almost nothing else that.
Look how tall that plant is.
But at first it was a little hard to get used to, because the bags are super heavy. I don't know how heavy bags can, but it somehow got heavier than the dirt that I was carrying. And I don't know if that's because we added, probably because we added more, so, but we had like fun, but it got easier. First it was hard, then it got easier. Now it's just get up more.
Yeah, tie it up more. put the roll in your pocket. Because then you don't have to keep going back and forth.
Oh, brains. Okay.
I have a good idea every once in a while.
I thought that mothers were always right.
Well, it would be nice if our children thought that way, but we all know that that's not the way that parent-children works normally. Normal child-parent relationships are not normally, kids don't normally think that their parents know everything, so.
What are you talking about, Mom? I'm trying to express my feelings. You don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Okay, so what was the thing that has surprised you the most?
How tomatoes can grow so fast. Look at them. This one's already up to almost to the 8-foot pole.
Yes. Okay. What I want you to do real quick, since we're standing here, I'm going to hold this, and if you would pack the dirt in right there around it, and put some more in, some more dirt in, so that, yeah, awesome. That way it's standing up. We just keep having to add more dirt right there to support the furring strip. Eventually we'll have it where it's standing up and it'll stand up.
Try that.
Okay, well, it's better. It's still leaning a little bit, but it's okay. It's all right. Thank you very much. Anything else that you would like to say that you think is profound about gardening?
At least do it once in your life. You know, get the taste of what it's like to grow your own things. And, because it's gonna end up becoming some kind of habit later on. You might not be growing a garden like this or smaller or whatever, but you might be growing, like, I don't know, plant like a little flower or two sometimes. Or get maybe a container, grow some tomatoes, maybe some potatoes, I don't know. But do it at least one time in your life.
Do you think that gardening is worth it?
Oh yes. It saves you so much money on just vegetables and everything. The only thing you're really buying, unless you have animals, is meat. And maybe dairy. But unless you have like goats or something, you can milk them. So it just saves you a whole bunch of money.
Awesome. Good job. So, those are Nick's garden thoughts for the day. Thanks for following us along this morning, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. And if you liked the video, please click the like button. And if you like the content here, click subscribe. And if you want notifications, hit the bell. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. We'll see you soon.